We're going to go to Vikings training camp. That is continuing today as well. Yesterday was their first padded practice, but today they were able to dig a little bit deeper.
And it sounds like our Dawn Mitchell tells us that there may have been a new face in the building as well. She joins us with more on that. Dawn?
Yeah, we do have some news on a potential new Viking, and we also have some injury updates. So today, Andrew Booth Jr. and Alexander Madison both hobbled off the field. We don't know the extent of their injuries, but perhaps even worse, wide receiver Tristan Jackson, who's had a solid camp, was carted off this afternoon. So those are three injuries to keep an eye on. But when it comes to an addition, offensive guard, former Bronco, by the way, and he comes with big, impressive numbers. He is Dalton Risner. He was in the house today to have a conversation, so he was not practicing. But this is the kind of person that they may want to add. And if this works out, it could be something a little more substantial for that O-line.
Wanted to bring him in and get to know him a little bit better, use the process of a visit to do that, and see if we can possibly take what we think is a strong group and make it even better.
The Vikings are expected to start Ezra Cleveland and Ed Ingram at right and left guard respectively this year. Both were far from perfect, as we know, last year. If Risner were to sign with the Vikings, of course he'd bring depth, like I said earlier, but he could potentially supplant Cleveland or Ingram for a starting role. He's played mostly left guard, but has also seen a lot of time at right. He's a second-round pick of the Broncos back in 2019, and at 6'5", 312 pounds, he started 62 games for the Broncos over the last 4 years. So yes, he was in the house, but like I said, no on-field work this morning.
It's just been meetings and getting him a physical, and then just some dialogue. He has a relationship previously with our O-line coach, you know, I had never met him before, and just getting him in the building in a way, in a setting where we can get to know him a little better. It's great to have this process, you know, to help work through making sure it's a great fit and that it works for both sides.
And on social media, some conspiracy theorists were saying that Kirk Cousins was wearing number 66 today and not his number 8 because that's Risner's number. And that was a passive-aggressive hint. It is not. He was wearing it. Former punter Ryan Wright, if you remember last year, was given 66 for training camp, so he wore it in honor of his friend and former punter. So that lays anything else to rest. We're live at TCO Performance Center. We'll send it back to you.
All right. Thanks, Dawn. Productive day.
Yeah, very productive.
And warm.
No kidding. Yeah, kind of a hot one out there for the fellas to be